Hey, podcast family, join us this week as we travel around the world visiting all the Disney castles and maybe learn some things you didn't know.
Yes, and after that worldwide excursion, join us at Aulani, Disney's resort and spa on Oahu, as we visit the only spa created by Disney, Laniwai. This is an episode you don't want to miss.
Hey, welcome to the show, our podcast family. We are so happy to have you here. My name is Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
And Kelly, I know I say it like every week that these are my favorite ears, but these are Aulani ears.
These are Aulani ears, and I think it's, it just shows you can have pretty ears without a bow.
You really can.
Right? They just have some lovely
those.
hibiscus flowers. Hibiscuses. I don't know what you call them, but they're beautiful ears, and they do not have a bow, and I feel extremely Hawaiian tonight.
And that's always a good thing.
Always a good thing.
Yes, if you ever get the chance to get out to Aulani, take that opportunity, man, because it is glorious.
It is.
Hey, so every week we talk about where we saw downloads from because we love you all for downloading our show and for some reason listening to what we've got to say. So Warrenton, Missouri, about an hour west of St. Louis.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you to those of you in Warrenton, Missouri. Napoleon, North Dakota.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I know, it does. I counted every house in Napoleon, North Dakota because it's that small.
Is it really tiny? They've got a complex.
It is.
They're really tiny with a Napoleon complex. I'm so sorry, North Dakota. We are not making fun of you. We are so happy that you're listening to us. I just had to. I couldn't resist. I'm so sorry. We love you.
Yeah, southeast of Bismarck, the capital.
Okay.
And it literally is just a tiny little town. But it was adorable. Knoxville, Tennessee, the home of the Volunteers.
Go Vols.
And Rabat, Morocco, the capital of Morocco.
Now,
which
isn't
is
that fun?
Right on the Atlantic Ocean, the west coast of Africa.
Now that's fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
So, hey, anybody that downloads, we love you. We are so grateful for you. And anybody that listens, if you add us on any social media, spread the love for us. We'll send you a sticker.
Absolutely. We'd love to. We would love to send you a sticker.
Hey, quick reminder, you got 7 days to get your entries in for the awesome Pixar prize pack.
Yes, it's in honor of the movie Soul. We've got the Woody Loungefly bag, the Little Green Man popcorn bucket, Pixar ball ears, and 2
Loungefly ears.
Yes, Pixar Loungefly ears, and then 2 park exclusive Soul items. So it's an awesome pack.
Awesome prize pack.
We are so excited to
We've
give it
got
away.
like 200 contestants already, over 1,500, almost 1,600 entries. Get your entries in there. Hey, the easiest way to get entries, by the way, is by joining or subscribing to our channel on YouTube, Supercalifragilistic Awesome Disney Podcast. You get 10 entries when you join there.
And I shared a little stat today on Instagram. 83% of our YouTube watchers are not subscribers.
Oh, my gosh.
That is ridiculous. People, those are easy entries. Subscribe.
You get 10 entries for that. So go make that happen. Mm-hmm. And you got 7 days, and then we are raffling this thing, man. It's going to be awesome.
Raffling. We're just drawing.
So go get that done, and we're going on to Main Street here.
Let's do it.
Okay, so lots of news items. I don't know if we'll get to everything here. So Disney leaders Bob Iger, who's chairman of the board and former CEO, and Bob Chapek, who's the current CEO. Look, these guys aren't hurting for money, but they did release their salary information for the past year. Yeah. They made millions, but they did forego all bonuses for the year, which for someone like it practically doubles the millions that they make. Right. So they made like 14 and 20 million a piece.
Okay.
But without the bonuses, they would have made double that.
Okay.
And the whole idea is we're not taking bonuses because we know it's been such a craptastic year for everybody, and we've had to lay off a bunch of people and so on and so forth.
Right.
Again, nobody's crying for these guys.
But it was a nice gesture.
But it's a nice gesture.
It
was, anytime they're open kimono like that, I'm for it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a ridiculous news item, but I love this. This was awesome for me. The Muppet Show is coming.
I saw that. Actually, it was on the 19th, right?
February the 19th.
Oh, February the 19th. I saw that. They're all in like individual boxes?
Well, no, this is the show is coming to Disney Plus.
Oh, so it's the
original.
This is not a new show.
Right. This is the original
okay.
Muppet Show, the original 5-year run that I grew up on. I cannot wait.
Is this the point where I tell you I never saw it?
That doesn't surprise me, though. That doesn't surprise. Well, then you're going to have a great time with me after February 19th.
If it didn't come on the broadcast stations, we didn't get it.
It was on CBS.
Okay.
Yeah, it ran on CBS for 5 years.
That's interesting. Well, I don't know why we didn't watch it. Maybe it came on the same time as Dallas.
Maybe. I watched it at my grandma's house every week. Disneyland Paris has delayed its opening by 2 months. Now to April. They had closed it after New Year,
right,
for COVID, but they've delayed it now because they're having spikes in France.
Come on, France. We really want to come see
I
you
really
this year.
need them to bring it home.
I really do, France. I need for y'all to pull it together. Everybody get vaccinated.
Everybody pull it together. Why don't you? Festival of the Lion King in a modified version of the show is going to return this summer at Animal Kingdom. They're modifying the show specifically for physical distancing, so that the things that allow them to physical distance, they will put into the show.
Physical distance for the actors,
for the performers.
Okay, for the performers.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Theater of the Stars, where the Beauty and the Beast show used to be, is actually serving as overflow dining area now, which is, at least they're using that space for something. I mean, I think a show will eventually come back there, and not in the theater part, but like the promenade out at the top of the theater.
Oh, okay, I see. I was like, why would you want to go sit in?
No, not in the theater.
Okay,
not in the theater. So Rise of the Resistance, I guess, now has a 1 p.m. boarding time instead of a 2 p.m. boarding time.
I saw that. Yes, I thought I saw that.
And they're saying now that like the boarding time is actually taking a lot longer than like just 60 seconds, right? When we were trying to get in there.
Like when you just walk right through.
Right. Well, when you try to do it on the virtual queue, right, it ends. Like it says it's full in less than 60 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Because so many people are trying to do it. Well, now it's taking like an hour before it turns off because they think it's because the holiday crush of people is not there right now.
Okay.
Right? We're past the holiday season.
Right.
And they've got the plexiglass barriers on the ride so they can actually fit more people on the ride at one time. Okay. So they're able to accommodate more people. Uh-huh. So
why would the app be taking an hour though?
No, it's not taking an hour. It's open for at least an hour or more. You don't have to get right in there at once.
See, now that's good. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood that. Yeah. Yes, I thought you were saying the app was running slow.
No.
You're saying it's open for a while. You can get in there. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, it was well done. Like at least an hour in the last few weeks.
Okay, great.
The Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail at Animal Kingdom has been modified to be shorter because they're doing some maintenance to the bird aviary. Harambe Market at Animal Kingdom is now open every day, which it was not when we were there.
Yes, it was not.
Lunching Pad at Magic Kingdom is closing midweek.
I swear, man.
You can't ever get Lunching Pad.
No, Lunching Pad is open for like 2 hours on random days.
I know, and they've got that jalapeno.
I wanted that jalapeno cheese stuffed pretzel.
I know.
And we walked all the way to the other side of the park for that thing, and Lunching Pad was closed.
I know. I'm not going to try to show too much giddiness here, but Hall of Presidents has closed for refurbishment.
We both laugh after you say that. I don't think it counts. By refurbishment, does that mean
it just means that they have confirmed that they're putting Joe in there. Joe Biden is getting added to the Hall of Presidents.
Okay,
good for Joe. The Rivers of America, where the steamboat is, they're refilling it back up. They finished the refurbishment on the rails and stuff in there. The barriers for Ratatouille have come down.
Yes.
And the bathroom, they've added a bathroom to France, has opened. It's open, yeah. So
new bathrooms,
right
people.
Now,
New
that's the cleanest bathroom.
Yes, those are the places to go. New bathrooms.
Yeah. Mouse Gear is going to look awesome when they're done with it, but it is coming right along. They're doing some really cool stuff in there to make it look cool. The monorail station at the Polynesian, totes gone.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm hopeful that it's going to come back, but they have disassembled that thing entirely. It is just wide open skies. The monorail goes right through there.
Wow.
And the main tower at Disney's Contemporary, not Bay Lake Tower where DVC is, but the main tower their speculation is that they're about to overhaul the rooms there.
I heard, yes, I thought I saw that.
It's going to be closed from like April to September. Permits were all put in.
Okay.
Not a lot of details, but the prevailing theory seems to be that it's going to take on an Incredibles mid-century modern sort of theming for the rooms.
Okay.
So, yeah
for
that'll be fun. Yep. So that's the news. You want to do a mini take?
Mini take.
Okay. Mickey has pre-selected a question here. So, you ready?
Mickey, what you got for us?
You ready? All right. This or that, Magic Kingdom area resorts or Epcot area resorts? Contemporary Magic Kingdom is Contemporary, Polynesian.
You knew I didn't know.
Grand Floridian, Wilderness Lodge.
Okay.
And Fort Wilderness.
Okay. Epcot.
Epcot is Boardwalk, Beach Club, Yacht Club, or Dolphin Swan.
Oh, no.
I know.
Oh, that's so hard. I'm going to go Epcot.
Okay.
Really because of proximity. So I do love Boardwalk. It's easily in my top 2 favorite resorts. I also love Yacht Club.
Yeah.
Right? So both of those, along with Beach Club, you can walk to the back entrance of Epcot, which is my absolute favorite thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go proximity Epcot area resorts.
Yeah. It is a really hard choice because Polly is our home.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm going to go Epcot resorts too. Mm. I love being able to stay in a balcony room at the boardwalk that overlooks Crescent Lake and over there and see the lights on the boardwalk and the lights at the yacht club and all that. And then, like you said, walking to the back entrance at Epcot. It's such a hard decision.
It's a hard decision.
But
they
I think
both
I'm
have
going,
pros and cons. I'm going to go just location, location, location.
Yeah. Which people are like, what are you talking about? Polynesian across from the park is location, but
and it is.
And I love
the Poly. It's our home resort, but I can't walk over to France and get a croissant at 9 p.m. when we're staying at the Poly.
That's a thing, right? When we had dinner from Morocco and walked it back to our hotel and sat on the balcony and had shawarma.
But there have been also a number of times we've come back to our Epcot area resort when we could park hop, and we would just hop right on over that back entrance and go into France and get us a snack.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got Skyliner right there too.
Yeah.
So
location.
Yeah,
location.
I'm going Epcot area resorts, and it almost breaks my heart, but it's what I love. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right. So okay, I'm ready for Tomorrowland. I'm super excited about this. Are you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I am world traveling this week. I love this subject. I want to see all of the castles of all the Disney parks.
Oh, I'm going to love this.
Yeah. So what I did was I found a really cool article on insider.com that listed things that maybe people don't know about the various Disney castles.
Okay.
Right? So I got some for the one I've been to, but I've only seen one of the Disney castles in person.
Okay.
Right. So, but I put those at the end just in case we have time. So Sleeping Beauty Castle in California, the Castle of Magic Dreams in Hong Kong, Cinderella's Castle in Tokyo, Sleeping Beauty Castle in Paris, La Chateau de la Belle au Bois Dormant.
Wow.
And the Enchanted Storybook Castle in Shanghai Disneyland.
Okay.
So a couple of facts about all the castles. All Disney castles are situated north-south. You know why?
No.
To allow for better photo lighting. It prevents tricky silhouette-inducing sunrises and sunsets.
I mean, totally bro.
I know. It seems like such a simple thing, but you got to think about that before you
think about it. I mean, and they made that decision before social media.
Right.
Right. That wasn't about
That's right.
everybody taking pictures of our castles to
That's
do good.
right.
It was for their own photos.
Yep. That's totally right. Yeah. Genius.
I mean, I guess people took photos before social media.
They did, but
but
still.
Yes.
The turrets and towers, nearly all are topped in blue of some kind because Walt just liked it.
Oh.
He thought it made because of the way it sort of blended in with skylines or the color of the sky, a lot of times it made it look taller. So he just liked it, and they kept doing it.
It's a very regal color.
Blue. It is. Okay, so Sleeping Beauty Castle was obviously the first one in California, right? It's 77 feet tall. It's not imposing at all whatsoever. Walt lovingly referred to this as a weenie. Yeah, I'm going to run through this really quick. But so he would come home from work, okay, and he would go to the kitchen to see what was being made for dinner, okay?
Okay.
And he would often just, to pick up a snack. This reminds me of my granddad. He would go into the refrigerator and pull out a hot dog weenie, just a cold hot dog weenie.
Oh, gosh.
And the minute he'd grab that hot dog weenie, their dog would follow him around anywhere. He could take that dog anywhere he wanted that dog to go as long as he had a hot dog weenie in his hand.
Oh, bless it.
And so the weenie is what he used to describe the things that they put in a park that are larger than life that just draw people in that direction.
Oh, goodness.
So almost every land has a weenie of some kind.
Oh, for the love.
But the main weenie in all the parks is the castle.
That is a horrible.
It draws everybody, and they still use that terminology today at Disney.
Oh, that's so horrible. I mean, we could call it a magnet.
A magnet, you could.
We could call it a myriad
but that
of other
doesn't
things.
that doesn't have a cute story like Walt's does. The drawbridge in front of Cinderella Sleeping Beauty Castle in California actually works, but they've only used it twice, once on opening day, and then once when they rededicated New Fantasyland in the 80s, in 1983. And the moat that goes around Sleeping Beauty Castle is known as the Lake of the Swans.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
So, all right, moving on to Hong Kong Disneyland, the Castle of Magical Dreams. This one was intentionally built to take advantage of a nearby nature reserve, which gives it a beautiful mountainous backdrop.
Who's supposed to live in this castle?
Well, originally, it was an exact replica of Sleeping Beauty Castle.
Okay.
Right, in California.
Okay.
Which also gives it the distinction of being the only castle that's been completely rebuilt. In 2016, they started overhauling the castle. It looks totally different, and technically they finished it last year, and it is awesome looking. It's totally different now. It looks like something that befits Hong Kong Disneyland.
Right.
And now it honors 13 different princesses and heroes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's definitely no longer a replica of Sleeping Beauty Castle in California.
Good.
This thing looks really cool. You should Google it.
We don't need replicas.
The Castle of Magical Dreams.
Okay.
Cinderella's Castle in Tokyo. This is almost identically a replica of the Cinderella's Castle in Florida.
Okay.
One big difference is that the one in Florida, the portico there, you walk through that, it's got a mosaic of Disney's version of Cinderella, a bunch of them. The Tokyo version includes a much more detailed full walkthrough attraction that tells the whole story of Cinderella.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are actually two walk-through castles at Tokyo Disneyland. There's Cinderella Castle, but then their Beast Castle is a much better walk-through and ride experience
than what we have. We have just a tiny little.
We got a little castle on top of a mountain, and we have a restaurant underneath it. Yeah. Boo. Not boo. We like it. All right. So Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland Paris, La Château de la Belle au Bois Dormant.
Now, why didn't they do Belle's Castle? I mean, come on.
Good question. So this one has a dragon living. This is my favorite castle to look at in pictures, by the way.
Okay.
It looks very storybook. And
so then it doesn't look like the Disneyland version.
This one looks very different. Very different. There's a dragon living below this version of of Sleeping Beauty Castle. It's the largest animatronic at this park. It stretches 80 feet long and weighs 5,500 pounds. And so you're walking through and you get to a cave, and there's this dragon that lives under there.
Oh, see, that's cool.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
The beautiful stained glass windows here took months to create. In this castle, took months to create. They're part of a walk-through attraction that tells the story of Sleeping Beauty. They were crafted by Peter Chapman, who also helps to restore the windows in Notre Dame and Westminster Abbey.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, this dude knows what he's doing.
Let's just get an amateur.
Yeah, Imagineers modeled this castle after storybook versions of castles found and those found in movies. They thought it would be redundant to create a castle that looked like all the castles that are so easily visited in Europe. There are castles all over Europe.
Right.
So they had to come up with something that was truly different than what people might be able just to drive and go see. So that's why this castle looks the way it does. And this is my favorite. It's built into like a hillside. It looks really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
The Enchanted Storybook Castle in Shanghai Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
This is the largest by far. Now, it's not the largest in height. It really only stands a few feet taller than the one in Florida.
Okay.
It's 190 feet tall, but it is massive in terms of total scope and width and girth and all this kind of stuff. And you can walk around it. It's like a town inside of the park.
Okay.
It includes multiple levels for guests to explore, and it honors all Disney princesses versus being devoted to one princess story.
Okay.
Right. There's a ride underneath this castle called Voyage to the Crystal Grotto, and it features characters like Aladdin and Mulan and Belle.
Ooh.
Yep. There's a golden penny flower, on top of the highest spire. Now, this is not the official flower of China, but unofficially, it is what many people in China informally recognize as the flower of China.
Okay.
And so there's a golden one on top of the tallest spire.
So do the other castles also have restaurants inside them?
No, but this one does.
Okay.
This one does.
So all castles don't have restaurants, but this one.
That's right.
This is a big deal.
That's
We've
right.
got a ride and a restaurant and multiple levels. Okay.
Exactly. A full service restaurant on the upper floor is called the Royal Banquet Hall. This one, genius idea, is also built into an amphitheater. Right, so around the outside of one side of the castle is this huge natural amphitheater, so that people get really great views of the stage shows and the fireworks that go off every night.
Yes, that's
great. Looked amazing when I saw pictures of it.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So that's a tour of all of the castles of Disneyland parks around the world.
Okay, so then now that you've seen pictures of all of them and you know their amenities, which one is your favorite?
Still the one in Paris, I think, is the one
in Paris.
Yeah.
And is that the one you're like most excited to see?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one was it that had the dragon?
That one.
Okay, yeah, I'd be excited to see that. But I like the idea of one with a ride underneath it.
The grotto ride in Shanghai?
Yeah.
I think that's the one in Shanghai. Yeah, Shanghai Disneyland. I'd like to see that one too, just because it's big. I want to see the biggest one.
Yeah.
And watch the fireworks from their amphitheater.
That's
Seems
cool.
like a good time.
I'm for that, 100%.
Yep.
Well done, honey.
So,
I like that one.
World Showcase?
World Showcase.
Okay.
I know you're so worried about it.
I am a little bit.
Today, I'm going to take everyone on a journey.
Okay.
To the Laniwai Spa in Aulani.
Okay.
Okay. So, first of all, I will say Aulani is doing a phased reopening. So, if you're planning a trip for this summer, this is a must-do. Okay. The spa is open, but it's phased reopenings, but this is a must-do.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to walk you through the entire spa experience.
Oh, boy.
And frankly, this is just where my head is at. I need this desperately. So... they also do pedicures, manicures, things that you normally see available at a spa. But the massage area is where it's at.
Yes.
So now, first of all, I just want to say this is a day.
Yep.
It's a day. If you have kids, reserve them a spot at the kids' house, auntie's, whatever her name was, and plan to meet back up maybe after dinner. They'll give them snacks.
They'll feed them.
They're not going to let the kids go hungry. They'll give them a snack or what have you, and they'll sit them in front of the TV. They'll never know they missed a meal. But I'm just saying, reserve them a spot there. Get to the spa as early as you can that day, and pick up the children as late as possible.
Yes.
You will not regret this decision.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Will not regret this decision.
I've done it. She's right.
Do not, I repeat, do not think that you will rush in and out of this spa.
Yeah.
If you do that, you are missing the entire point of this experience.
That's true.
The entire point. Okay? So I'm going to read you the descriptions out of their brochure. Okay? Close your eyes and experience wonder, harmony, and peace. This is the magic of Laniwai. a unique resort spa that specializes in catering to your every need. The first ever spa created by Disney, Laniwai is home to Oahu's only outdoor hydrotherapy garden,
Yeah.
Kulawai, which boasts of a tranquil lighting and healing water features. Serene spaces are plentiful.
Yeah.
And more importantly, teens have their own location. When you come to Laniwai, you will find a serene, mystical aura that is sure to soothe and rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. I know.
I want to.
Okay. So everyone, if you're driving, don't do this. But if you're not driving, close your eyes. You walk in. Now, they recommend that you get there 60 minutes, that's 60 minutes prior to your treatment so that you can enjoy the spa first. You could definitely go take a hot shower. You could sit in the sauna. There's plenty of things you can do in the spa. Again, don't rush this.
Sure.
Don't rush it. After you are checked in, an attendant offers you like a basket with some rocks that have words on them. Do you remember this?
I do.
You select a rock and follow the attendant into a round room with a shallow pool of water that's surrounded by hardwood floors and soft lighting. Yep. Somehow it feels like you're in the woods at twilight. I can't quite explain that. There's a glass crystal hanging from the ceiling that looks like a huge water drop. Water slowly drips from that large crystal into the shallow pool, creating perfect ripples. The attendant asks you to think about your word and then let it go, placing it into the pool with the other rocks. Now, when the attendant did this, we went through this whole little thing. I remember thinking, okay, this is different. Mm-hmm. Okay, I hadn't done this before.
Seriously.
This is a big deal. Yes. Then you're led into the locker rooms and the waiting areas. If you're early enough, again, sauna, hot shower. You end up in the waiting room that, again, feels like you are outdoors. Yeah. Like the ceiling tiles are big leaves, if I remember correctly. There's sort of half curtains in between each of the waiting lounge chairs. It does not totally partition them off, but you feel it's so spacious.
And you feel secluded.
Very secluded, very spacious. Okay, there's plenty of greenery, curtains, snacks, water, hot tea. You can fall asleep here in seconds. Yeah. I mean, I'm a good napper.
You are.
And you put me in this chair and I'm about to fall asleep thinking about it. Your therapist comes in to get you for your treatment. They have traditional massages, they have herbal body remedies, facials, treatments specifically for men, and treatments for couples and families. Here's what I will note. If you bring family members for a treatment, you're in a different zone. Okay, you're not in this area. So I don't want anybody to think about there could be kids in here waiting for a treatment with their parent. No. Those people are kept separate. I don't say that.
Those people.
Those people are separate. Okay, I want to be very clear. This is a serene place with no children. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the signature treatments just to give you an idea of how different this spa is. And now remember, this is the first ever spa created by Disney. The spa at the Grand Flow and the spa at Saratoga Springs are both lovely. I've been to both, and I had fantastic experiences. They were not created by Disney.
Right.
Okay, so this is a level up experience. So they have the signature Lomi Lomi, which I believe is what I had. This is a traditional Hawaiian massage passed down from generation to generation by healing elders. Indulge in a gentle rhythmic massage incorporating Lomi Lomi sticks and warm river stones to release tension, pain, and fatigue, all the while plenishing the mind, body, and spirit with positive energy, increased circulation, and muscle tone. Yep. I think I had the Lomi Lomi. They also have that in what they call the Lily No, which is fine rain. So you can have the Lomi Lomi in the privacy of their rainwater suite.
Isn't that crazy?
They also have I'm going to pronounce this Kili Kili, which is a fine, gentle rain. And you enjoy a full body exfoliation of your choosing, followed by a Lomi Lomi, a soothing Hawaiian massage applied under streaming jets of warm water, leaving you delightfully refreshed and re-energized. Finish with a signature body butter designed to not only nourish the skin, but to leave it feeling smooth, hydrated, and invigorated. I need to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
The next one is the Yeye. And that means prosperity associated with fresh water. So you begin in a signature body cocoon with your choice of purifying volcanic clay, detoxifying seaweed, or moisturizing honey. And then you relish in a waiwai lomi lomi massage under gentle rainwater. I know. Okay, so after you've finished your treatment, you're directed back to the waiting area where you again have open access to all of the services there,
everything,
as well as the hydrotherapy garden.
Ooh.
I know. On your way out to the hydrotherapy garden, you're going to pass the Pulu bar. Now, this is where you have the opportunity to mix your own scrub using fragrances, sugar, or sea salt, oils, and herbs with the help of an attendant. Okay, so you tell them what you would like, what kind of smells you like. They help you mix it, and then they recommend that you use it in the hydrotherapy garden. But you could definitely take it back to your room and use it too. Okay. So now you're in the hydrotherapy garden, which frankly, I'm going to tell you, is over the top.
It is over the top.
This is called the Kuluwai. Okay. Now you are outside here. There is so much greenery. You will never believe that you're on a resort with slides and children screaming. That's one thing I'll say about Aulani. It's loud. Man, the kids are screaming. It feels like 24/7.
Yeah.
And it's because they're having fun. I'm not talking about wailing. I'm talking about screaming as they're going down the slide. They're having a good time. But it is loud, and you don't really realize how loud it is until you get into the spa area, and suddenly
it's silent.
So here you are outside. You're outside. It's so quiet, you would never believe you're at the same resort.
Right.
This area is considered rainwater therapy. All of the water is at different temperatures. There are stones laid out in paths leading from each rainwater station to incorporate reflexology on your feet as you move through the garden. So like some of the rain jets fall from the top, some come from the back or the side, some are strong jets, some are soft jets, some are cool water, some are warm water. I can't even begin to tell you how much I loved this area.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
In the Kuluwai, there are 5 different vitality baths and then several of those rain shower areas. So they have a creamy white bath, an uplifting yellow bath, a red hibiscus and ginger bath, a green bath, and a bath with essential oils.
Okay.
Now, I will say those are all different temperatures, all different smells, and different water textures, which is fascinating.
Which was mind-blowing.
But one of them is freaking cold.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't get in it.
Yeah, it's I didn't even try.
I couldn't get past my knees, rather. I wasn't going further than that.
But it's amazing.
It's incredible. This place is... I've never been anywhere like it.
So after you've stayed as long as is humanly possible, you sadly decide to leave. When you go back up front to check out, the cashier asks you what your word was when you came in. If you remember it, they give you a little gift to go.
Yeah, that's right.
With baths. If not, they give you like a generic one. Bath salts and like a scrub.
Yeah.
You can use in your room. Yeah. I'm going to say this was our best day when we were at Aulani.
It's one of our best days we've ever had.
Yeah.
Not just while we were at Aulani. This was the most over-the-top, relaxing day I've ever experienced in my life.
It's the best spa I've ever been to.
Yep.
I've been to a lot of spas. Yep. I've been to multiple spas in Hawaii.
That bath garden is...
Hydrotherapy
garden is just...
It's over the top.
It was the best day.
I know. Putting this together made me want to take a nap and have you rub my feet.
Gosh, there's a little bit of an insight into our life. So that's it for this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's show. If you did, you know what to do. Run out to your podcast service of choice. Rate our show, leave us a review, and we'll watch all the other people come listen to the show.
Yes, please subscribe. People, subscribe. And if you're looking for more things Disney, please visit scfadp.com. That's S for super, C for Cali, F for fragilistic, A for awesome, D for Disney, P for podcast. This week, we're going to have another bonus episode review, and this is from Le Chefs de France, coming to a YouTube near you.
That's
so be on the lookout for that.
Be on the lookout. Go subscribe. That's right. Keep an eye out for that. We enjoyed our time in the French Pavilion having dinner at that signature restaurant. Go check it out. Watch for everything we put out on the socials. It's at SCF8EP on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Supercalifragilistic Awesome Disney Podcast on YouTube.
Yes.
Love to see you there.
We would love to hear from you.
With that, we hope to
See you real soon.